Hi guys, I know it has been a while since my last upload. Na-busy lang and I think uploading on YouTube, it has to come from a place of inspiration or motivation so that 'di ba maganda naman yung content or yung subject matter na pwede kong mai-share sa inyo, no? So, at the time, my last upload was 6 months ago, no? And during those 6 months, I felt like I have already discussed a lot of subject matters. Pero one thing that I'm really happy is that hindi kayo nawala yung mga nanonood sa ating vlog. Dumami pa ng dumami and dumami yung subscribers. So, when I noticed it, I realized that, I have to continue. I have to keep on uploading. And it doesn't matter if, let's say, na-discuss ko na in a way in the past yung topic because ang dami niya pa rin pong questions regarding some of the well-loved topics and talagang yung mga topics na ang dami niyo pang gustong malaman because I know it's very a little intimidating to go to a lawyer, to a law office to actually ask some of the things, but a lot of you want to know things or knowledge about certain subject matters, and that's why I realized na sometimes kulang yung 5 to 7 minutes that I give to discuss to you some of the subject matters that I've discussed here, no? So I thought of having like a mini series for each subject matter. So let's say 5 episodes for a certain subject matter para mas in-depth naman po yung ating discussion, no? So it's like talagang nakikipag-consult. Halos it's the same way na parang kausap nyo ako because I'm giving you pointers or things to know the way that I would normally tell my clients. So the first thing that popped on my mind, kasi parang lately ang dami lumalapit sa akin for nullity of marriage to annulment. So I decided to make a mini series about it. So for this first episode, we will talk about differentiating muna, no? Because and defining what nullity of marriage is and is it for you, okay? So because the first thing na pupunta sa akin or yung common misconception is we always loosely use the term annulment of marriage, okay? But when you say annulment of marriage, these are actually marriages which are voidable because of a very specific ground which can be seen in the family code. So, hindi ko na kayo lecture ano yung mga grounds yun, but these are specific grounds. Doon talaga yung term na annulment of marriage. What most of you are looking for or asking for or consulting for ay yung tinatawag na nullity of marriage. These are actually void in the first place marriage. Ibig sabihin, if the court judicially declares the marriage as nullified, it means to say that marriage never happened at all because it was void since the beginning. And the third one naman, to differentiate lang, is yung legal separation. I have a separate video for legal separation before because I wanted to give you an idea of what it is. Is it for you? Because for legal separation, you are not annulled or hindi na nullify yung marriage. So you're meant to be married to each other, but you are permitted by the law to be separate in terms of living together. Hindi na kayo compelled to live together, and at the same time your finances are now separate. So you have separate property regime under a legally separated marriage. Hindi kayo makapag-remarry. So for others who really want a fresh start, and if they have the grounds for it, they choose the nullity of marriage, okay? And very popular nullity of marriage is um, the ground of psychological incapacity. But before that, there are actually specific grounds for void marriages, okay? And these are the absence of one or more of the elements of marriage. So ano ba yung mga elements of marriage? Man and a woman giving their consent to be married to each other. Yun yung I do nila, no? Before an authorized solemnizing officer. So, meron tayong listahan po ng mga solemnizing officer. Sila lang ang pwedeng magkasal sa inyo, no? And then, fourth would be there's a marriage license, no? There's a marriage license that you need to apply, and then at the same time, there was a ceremony, and there were at least two witnesses to the wedding. No? So these are the things that you are looking for. And of course, yung legal age nila, no, they have to be more than 18 at the time of their marriage. So if one is a minor, then nakakaroon po ng ground or basis to nullify the marriage. Okay, so some of those actually could be a little bit of technical ano lang, no? Like for example, the absence of a marriage license, meron talagang mga marriage na inaalaw yung walang marriage license. In lieu of that, yung mga those who cohabited together na without any legal impediment to get married for at least 5 years, na nag-affidavit lang po sila instead of a marriage license and so on. No? So, others naman, if you are aged between 18 to 21, kailangan yung parental consent, 21 to 21, parental advice. And then if absent po itong mga ito, then may remedies that you can do, no, for those things. So ito mostly these are just the technical matters, so pero mas yung essential requisites of a marriage, like yung age nyo more than 18, yung it's a marriage between a man and a woman who has given their consent to be married to each other before solemnizing officer, and there was a ceremony. So, but saan naman papasok na yung psychological incapacity? So, it's a very good question. It's a very logical question because if you think about it, it's not among the essential requisites of a marriage. No? But there is a special provision in our law, in the family code, which talks about psychological incapacity as a ground to also nullify a marriage, okay? And there are other things, like for example po, if it's a bigamous marriage, it's also null. It should also be judicially declared as null and void by the court. So because you cannot be married more than once na nag-exist, okay? If there was one existing marriage, di pwede mag-remarry ka again for the second time without nullifying the first one, no? But then again, much famous nga yung psychological incapacity. Again, I have a video on psychological incapacity. You can check that out if you want more in-depth discussion of that. But psychological incapacity basically is the spouse, one or both the spouses are psychologically incapacitated to fulfill their duties and responsibilities as spouse to the other. So in short, yung pong inyong mga responsibilities and the things that you have to do as a married individual under the family code, hindi mo nabibigay. So there are several responsibilities, and you to live together, to give mutual love and support and so on po, no? So psychological incapacity, it can be medically proven by going to a psychologist or a psychiatrist, no? And it's a very strong evidence if you have that, and you go to court to present your evidences and your witnesses and so on. So more of that on the next episodes. Now that I've given you the grounds to nullify a marriage, you have to figure out, is nullity of marriage for you, or do you think that you have the grounds for it? And if you believe that you do so, I suggest that you watch the next episode, which I will be uploading very soon for you guys. So the next episode naman will talk about, now that you believe that there are grounds na to nullify your marriage, what is the next thing that you should do, okay? So, punta na ba yan sa lawyer or in court? What is the process? So, those are the things that we will be discussing. So, I hope that you watch the next video, and you also like, share this video, and also if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it's time to subscribe to my channel, because I say this is a series and I'll be uploading more videos in the future. And I think that's it for our vlog, my comeback vlog of sorts. Again, this is Attorney Ralph, and I hope you are always safe in your homes, and back to work, back to your business. Bye.